You led me straight to the fall. I'm broken, I'm still trying, skin and bone.
For those of you who don't know, I think Easter is a very underrated holiday. It's one of the ones I always look forward to. And there's so many Easter movies out there to enjoy that I feel like a lot of people just like ignore. Though I believe this is kind of also due to Peter Cottontail kind of just blowing every Easter movie out of the water for being like the most well known and stuff like that. But I already reacted to that movie last year, so this year from the same studio, I'm reacting to The Easter Bunny is Coming to Town, the lesser known of their Easter movies. I don't really remember what happens in this Easter movie because if like my mom used to put this on as a kid, I would just be disappointed. And the only reason my mom would put it on is because she thought it was Peter Cottontail. She just got like the movie title mixed up. So like it's not that well known of a movie, but we're gonna check it out today to see if it deserves to be higher on the Easter movie scale. Like, subscribe, do all that good stuff, and let's get into the video.
Easter Bunny coming soon.
Yo, imagine if the news like actually reports on shit like this, like the Easter Bunny is coming to town tomorrow, everyone. That would be amazing.
Today, children everywhere are making preparations for an event of world-shaking significance. The annual visit of the Easter Bunny, who will be riding into town on his now famous steam engine Easter Sunday morning at 1:45. Informed sources report that legions of junior citizens are straightening their bonnets, shining up their shoes, and making monumental vows not to peek when the bunny hides the eggs. Meanwhile, letters by the thousands have been flooding postal facilities all over the world.
There's a few things that are throwing me off here, like the Easter Bunny has a steam engine. What? When did this become a thing? This doesn't even make sense to their own like movie universe. Like they made Peter Cottontail that did not have a train in the movie. And I don't really think everyone writes a letter to the Easter Bunny. Like I get some people do, but it's not like thousands of people. Also, speaking of, the thousands of people celebrating, I don't think it's like a global holiday. I get it. These movies, like when it comes to Christmas time, they're gonna make it seem like it's the biggest holiday across the world. But I don't think Easter is like treated the same way. But hey, what do I know? I thought the Easter Bunny Leo hopped around. Apparently he has a train. So clearly I just don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Well, hello there.
Great to see you.
It sure is. How have you been?
Great. Terrific.
Wonderful. Well, as you can see, I've come up in the world. I don't travel by putt-putt anymore. I've got my very own train.
Wait a minute, I thought the Easter Bunny had his own train, and now you have the train, and the train can talk? Why was this left out of the story? Like, you can't just leave out that the train talks, you know? I mean, like, that feels like a very important detail. And is it really the same dude in all these movies delivering the mail and stuff like that?
I don't travel by putt-putt anymore. I've got my very own train. Oh, you all know Chugs, don't you? He's the famous little engine who could.
How'd you do? How'd you do? How'd you do?
Well, this time I've got a load of Easter eggs, jelly beans, and of course tons and tons of mail. All for the Easter Bunny. Why, he gets almost as much as Santa.
First of all, I doubt that. Second of all, who sends like a gift to the Easter Bunny? Like, what? I get people leave like milk and cookie when Santa arrives, but who sends like Santa a gift ahead of time? Also, Chugs, the little engine that could is now in this universe. He delivers the stuff for the Easter Bunny, and his name is Chugs.
Some children ask for colored eggs, others for toy bunnies and candy, but a lot ask questions, like this one, for instance. I bet one of you wrote it.
Why do we color eggs at Easter? Where did the Easter Bunny come from? And why does he hide eggs? My turn. Who made the first chocolate bunny? And the first stuffed toy? And why? Why does everyone get new clothes at Easter?
Bro, ask your parents. Especially the questions are always flowing to the Easter Bunny, not directly to him, but as if he wasn't reading the letter. Imagine walking up to, like, your teacher and being like, "Hey, Miss Smith, Why does Miss Smith give us so much homework? Why does every intro to these movies have to be some male dude reading letters instead of just getting into the movie?
It all began many years ago, far, far away, way over on the other side of Big Rock Mountain. There, settled snugly in a little valley, was a fantastic village known as Kidville. Now, the reason it was known as Kidville was because no one but children lived there. A spunky, brave, ragtag little community of young fellas and girls, and no grown-ups at all. Why, there was a kid mayor and a kid policeman and fireman and even a kid mailman. Yup, that's me way back when.
Oh, no one gives a shit about you. This isn't about you. What the fuck, though? It just doesn't make sense. How did the kids all get here? Where are their parents? They didn't just, spawn into existence. Who built the town? This is like the show Kid Nation, which, by the way, some of my videos about Kid Nation just got blocked. I filmed more, and I can't even post them. So I'm maybe just a little biased here to say that this is just ridiculous.
Not one grown-up in the whole shebang. See, all the children were orphans, and they had gathered together in this remote little valley, cut off from the rest of the world by Big Rock Mountain, to make a life for themselves.
Okay, well now I feel like shit asking where their parents are. They don't have any.
And sometimes it was scary. Like when big old Gadzooks rumbled around the mountain to bother them. Gadzooks, a giant bear who lived in a lonely cave on Big Rock Mountain.
Holy shit. What? Did they really have to rip off Rudolph that much that they need some giant monster? But they couldn't be their bottom of snowman, which makes sense. To the setting of the movie, they picked a giant bear and just gave him a cool name.
He'd usually show up on holidays, and if it was Christmas, he'd take all the kids' toys. If it was, say, Halloween, he'd take their pumpkins. And if it was somebody's birthday, he'd take the cake. Yes, sir. But aside from the problems with Gadzooks, it was a pretty good life. Kind and peaceful and sometimes full of fun. Everybody shared everything and worshiped the Lord in their own way. That's how they found the bunny rabbit.
It's a baby bunny.
First and foremost, the bear knows about holidays to the point that he has a calendar in a cave so he can come on the right dates. And all these holidays, every single one of them comes before Easter. Second of all, they share everything. Kids share everything. That's a lie. I know some parents can be like, oh, well, my kid does this and that. Yeah, no, I get it. There's so many nice kids out there. But every single one of them. Third of all, why don't they just move? If they can make an entire town by themselves, they can probably move away. And fourth of all, I know what they're about to say is that they were, worshiping the Lord and they just stumbled on the bunny. But this is making the bunny sound like Jesus. The Easter Bunny is the second coming of Jesus.
We won't hurt you, little fellow.
Are you alone?
Where are your parents?
You have no mommy and daddy?
Are you an orphan too? Just like us. Aw, poor little thing.
What do we call him?
Do you have a name?
He sure likes the sun.
That's it. We'll call him Sunny.
Listen, everyone can have their own opinion. My opinion is that there is no chance in hell that the baby bunny knew what an orphan meant to agree. But we could all have our own opinions. But that bunny's ugly, right? That's just a fact, right? He looks like he did a bunch of drugs. That's not a cute bunny. And I'm saying, if that bear takes everything you guys have, he's probably taking the rabbit. This movie's about to have an awful ending.
Now, rabbits grow much faster than kids, and being one rabbit among a lot of kids, little Sonny grew more like a kid than a bunny. But soon he was 1 year old, full grown, and as bright and as smart as anybody in Kidville. He was a born leader. And that very same afternoon at the town meeting,
And I say Kidsville's got to expand. We've got to send the things we make to the outside world and get the things we need in exchange.
What do you mean that since the bunny was around kids, the bunny is now gonna act like a kid? That's not how the animals don't work that way. And I thought the bear takes like birthday cakes. This cake looked fine, unless they skipped that scene. And what do you mean that you guys now have stuff that you can give the outside world to offer? This is literally taken from your own movie. The whole Santa Claus is coming to town. Wow, they even took the movie title. What?
What thing, Sonny?
Well, there's our eggs. How about our eggs? No eggs in the world can top Kidville eggs.
he was right. I guess those wonderful Kidville eggs were about the best ever. Big and white and beautiful. That was because of the hen roost systems. 3 truly remarkable chickens.
Bro, how did they bring chickens here? And the chickens are laughing. Do the chickens have the same logic that the rabbit did, that they can be more human-like because they grew up here? And did this bunny really have this entire presentation, but didn't really have like an idea of what they needed or wanted or what they were gonna give or take, until he kind of just sat there and was like, what about the eggs? No one else has eggs.
What are you doing? Who's gonna eat all those eggs? Make mine 3 minutes. Oh, what am I saying? Oh my!
I can't bear to watch a month's work boiled.
Oh, I'm boiling them so that they won't get broken on the trip over the big rock mountain.
Solid, man.
Exactly.
I'm so confused. These chickens seem to know what they're boiling the eggs for, and then some lines they don't. And some lines they're disappointed, some lines they're excited. One of the chickens wanted to eat the eggs, and that is kind of concerning. And really? You're gonna deliver hard-boiled eggs? Like, you just got rid of most purposes of these eggs, because you can't cook with them.
It was Easter morning, just 1 year after he had been found.
Farewell, kids. I'm off to...
Where?
Well, I'll find something. Farewell.
Howdy, neighbor.
Who are you?
Hallelujah's the name. Hallelujah H. Jones.
I'm Sonny.
Clever name. Where are you bound?
I don't know.
Been there a lot of times.
Okay, so this bunny has no plans whatsoever of what he is going to do, where he is going. He's just gonna go, and he finds this homeless dude who is for some reason sleeping just a little bit outside a town filled with kids. And you're gonna tell me I am not supposed to be uncomfortable of this movie. I don't care if someone's gonna be like, oh, you're reading too much into it. Jared Fogle over here should not be sleeping so close to that town.
Well, I just come from a burg. Yes, sir, them eggs would sure go big over there.
Where?
Oh, way over to the other side of Big Rock, a place called, Town.
Town? Just town?
Well, it's either town or town. Can't rightly remember. But I do remember there wasn't an egg to buy anywhere.
Well, thanks a lot, Hallelujah. Where are you headed?
Where'd you say you just come from?
Kidville.
Well, then, that's where I'm headed.
Oh my god, with this music, I am so concerned of what is about to happen. Is he sending him to, like, die? And this guy is going to the town. Now, all of you, I bet, was saying a few moments ago that my jokes were over-exaggerated. And I want you to look at this now, and I am right. This guy is gonna go to jail. I hope that police officer is ready.
Oh, no!
Gadzooks! It was Gadzooks.
Gadzooks, I want to make
Sonny kept on hopping down the other side of the mountain, right up to the gates of town.
Oh my god, it's actually called town. The homeless man was right. What? Oh my god, whatever. What? What is up with the bear? The bear is just like a kid doing an impression of a bear. It's been like, growl, growl, I'm a bear, growl, growl. I'm gonna do this, growl, growl. Like, it's so weird. They didn't try whatsoever.
Town was the most dismal, unpleasant place Sonny had ever seen. Nobody laughed. Everybody dressed in black, and pretty flowers were against the law.
Excuse me, sir, but where are the children?
Oh, children are against the law. As soon as a little boy or girl gets born here, the whole family's got to move away.
That's terrible.
I agree.
Who makes these laws?
Him and her.
King Bruce the Frail, only 7 years old, and his aunt, the Dowager Duchess Lily Longtooth. He was the king, but it was Lily who really ruled town.
I wasn't expecting that at all with this setup. I thought we were gonna get like a Burgermeister type character. But no, it's a little kid. A kid who just gets told what to do by the aunt. Why doesn't the aunt just send the kid away and then she can just officially become the queen? Instead of just telling the kid what to do. And why does she ban flowers and kids and everything like that? Because soon she won't have any people. Like here. Like, this doesn't make much sense. Why do all of you live here? Why wouldn't you just move away? Whatever, the evil queen's about to tell him, like, something to do. And I'm sure it's also awful, like, go kick a puppy.
You will do as I tell you. Eat your beans.
That's all anybody eats in this kingdom. Beans, beans.
What the fuck? It's beans? Is she telling him to eat beans? That's so dumb. I wasn't expecting that whatsoever. So that's why the eggs are gonna be a thing. He's gonna bring the eggs so they have something else to eat, and they have to be hidden so she doesn't find the eggs and the gods doesn't find the eggs. Oh my god.
I don't want to be king. I want to be just an ordinary kid, like everybody else.
You'll stay king and like it. Your Majesty.
No wonder Hallelujah said those eggs would be a hit here.
Yo, if the kid doesn't want to be a king, just let the kid leave, then you can be the queen. Like, this feels so much like extra stuff to have him be king and then you run everything. Like, I just don't get it. And how did the bunny climb to that window? And how did he escape? Did the bear just be like, oh, you don't have any eggs, yeah, you can just go by. I only like to take things. I don't really care to do any other trouble. And it's the homeless man. The homeless man was the one who did the painting the eggs thing. So next time, paint your eggs for Easter or see a colored egg at Walmart in like the little plastic versions. Remember, it was this homeless man to thank.
See? They're disguised. That dumb old bear won't know what they are.
The first colored Easter eggs.
The very first. Little Sonny had no idea he and Hallelujah were starting a tradition.
I just can't believe, like, all these, like, Christmas movies that they make and holiday movies they make with weird reasons why things happen. And I never expected, in all these things, like, oh, a penguin did this, or a rabbit did this, we now can say a homeless man did something.
Any more eggs? Bunny! Rabbit!
Okay, but just hear me out. Imagine if that's actually how the movie ended. That would have been hilarious.
No, nothing but a lot of colored stones to sell as paperweights.
Gadzooks, what do I want with stones? I live on Big Rock. Rabbit, I want eggs. You go back and get me eggs.
Some other time. Bye.
That ain't the way to Kidville. Now you come back here, Rabbit.
It'd be be funny if, like, not even, like, halfway through this movie, that the bear just never comes back. That's just how he gets defeated. But I also love the bear's logic. He's just kind of like, I don't need rocks. I live on a rock. Like, that's great. And the bunny just actually escaped. Why has he never tried this ahead of time? You think he would have just discovered a long time ago he could just outrun him?
Well, the citizens of town were delighted with the Easter eggs.
But why didn't he hide them? I thought he always hid them.
Hiding them came later. Now, don't get ahead of the story. Of course, no one was more delighted than little King Bruce.
Wow! What is it?
An Easter egg.
Why Easter egg?
Well, 'cause it's got springtime colors, and I'm giving it on Easter.
I love that this kid is the only one who questioned the name. No one else did. And the other kid who's speaking with the narrator gotta wait their turn, trying to get ahead of the movie. Stupid little kid, wait your turn. We're gonna explain in time, only like halfway there. We're here to explain everything. Who made jelly beans? Why they got painted? Why this king wears a suit that's too big for him instead of one that is his size? What did the homeless man get arrested for in the past? We're gonna explain it all here today.
Well, if this is an Easter egg, you must be the Easter Bunny.
Well, nobody ever called me that before.
Sure they did.
Who?
Me. And I'm the king. What I say goes.
Okay.
I hereby dub you the Easter Bunny, Royal Knight of the Rainbow Eggs.
Okay, I can see why the queen just does everything for him. You can't knight them a kingdom. That is not the one of yours. Unless you're changing your kingdom to the one of rainbow eggs. That's so dumb. And I love all these people who work so hard to be knighted. And this bunny delivers one fucking egg to a kid. And it's just like, you know what? You are a knight. So remember this, kids, when you talk about the Easter Bunny. It's so Easter Bunny now.
What's going on here?
Oh, hi, Aunt Lily. You want an Easter egg? We've got loads of them.
Let me see those. Ugh, what vulgar colors. Wait a moment. This is a real egg. You know that beans are the only food allowed?
This is Sunny, the Easter Bunny.
Your ladyship?
A rodent! A hairy little animal in the king's chambers!
Bro, did she think it was a fake egg? Why would it be, like, not a real egg? They told you it was an egg, and it took her this long to realize that the freaking rabbit was sitting right in front of her. God, I love these movies. This is, like, one of the best studios for making holiday movies. But when you really just sit there and you think about it, God, nothing makes any sense. And you know what I find with, like, the bullshit where it's just like Santa Claus, magic deal, and all that stuff, because you need some magic and stuff not making sense. Like, I like making jokes about that stuff because it doesn't make sense. It can't make sense. This is just dumb to stand in the room across from a rabbit, not see the rabbit until it's mentioned to you.
Sunny!
Shh. Sorry I made you miss your supper.
Oh, that's all right. It was gonna be more beans again anyway.
Maybe when I come back next Easter, I could bring some beans. Very special Easter beans.
Sonny kept his word, and for months and months he labored with Herbert the Baker and Hallelujah Jones, trying to make an Easter bean.
The homeless dudes about to discover jelly beans, aren't they? Oh my god. I really was making a joke earlier that they were going to discover every single thing like jelly beans. But no, this is the reason that we get jelly beans. Is because some old queen only wants a town to eat beans. And really, the bunny's not going to come back until like Easter, like a year later. Like, I get it, like the other movie with Santa Claus in it. They're like, oh, well, there's so many orders, I just should do it once a year. But no, this bunny just wants to do it once a year. It's like, screw you, kid. I hope you enjoy your beans for the next year.
But then one day...
It's done!
Hallelujah!
Let's see. Easy now. Easy now.
No, they discovered sprinkles. Those are sprinkles. They aren't jelly beans. They're literally sprinkles.
On the day before Easter, Sonny started out for town again.
Eggs and jelly beans, eggs and jelly beans, eggs and jelly beans, eggs and jelly beans.
Oh, of course, wouldn't you know old Gadzooks met him again?
Gadzooks, give them back to me, please.
More colored stones. I hate colored stones.
Oh, no!
All their hard work for nothing.
I mean, you still have like 2 baskets, Wolf. Like, you have the majority of what you had. And really, 3 baskets, that's it? That's all the eggs that they made in a year? Not having 3 baskets full, because half that's jelly beans.
Well, Sonny and his friends thought they'd lost all those colored eggs. They were pretty down, let me tell you. But when they got close to Kidville, they were surprised to hear...
I found one! Me too! I got a green and pink one! I got a blue!
What's going on here?
Why, they're having the time of their lives. Those eggs came a-flying out of the sky and hid themselves good and proper. So everybody in Kidville came out here to hunt them up.
The kids are having so much fun looking for the eggs. I think that from here on in, I'll always hide them.
What happened to the other 2 baskets? They aren't picking the jelly beans off the ground and eating them, right? Right? And really, that's the reason. Not like any reason that they had to hide them to avoid the queen. A bear threw them in the air, and they just, went everywhere, and then people just had fun finding them. Who has fun when, like, a Lego set breaks on the ground, or a spilled drink, and they're like, ooh, now I gotta clean it up.
Now, Sonny realized he'd have to do something to get past old Gadzooks. So he had a meeting with all the kid tailors in town. And they worked all night long, following his instructions. Bright and early Easter morning, Sonny set out, this time hoping that he would run into Gadzooks.
Rabbit Gadzooks!
Soon that old grizzly had chased Sonny right up to the edge of town, just as Sonny had planned.
Oh my god, that's how they beat the bear? They gave him a suit? That's not all what I was expecting. And what if that failed? They would all be dead. And the bunny was gonna deliver like a third of the eggs. He was upset when 1 basket went missing out of 3. Now he's only bringing 1 to the town?
And that big suit of clothes for a giant grizzly bear was the first Easter outfit ever.
I can't believe you've done this for me.
Okay, I gotta admit, the bear looks cute, but are they really? We really need a reason why Easter outfits were made, and they made Easter outfits not for church, not to celebrate spring or to look nice on a holiday. It's so a bear doesn't take your eggs.
And the townspeople even had more fun than the Kidville kids when they started looking for the Easter eggs that Sonny hid. And to King Bruce and the others, those jelly beans were about the greatest invention since the wheel. And to Linda and Herbert, it was as if they suddenly had 1,000,000 grandmas and grandpas and aunts and uncles.
I really thought they were just gonna walk up to the lady and be like, you like beans? Here are jelly beans. Because that was the whole point of making a good, bean, is for, like, the queen to then like it, right? Instead, they just made it just to make it. Remind the kid every time he eats it that, like, hey, here's all you're gonna have for dinner for the next year. This, but not as sugary.
Sound the alarm! Get the children! And that rabbit! Throw them in the dungeon!
Get the children, get the rabbit!
Well, they got out of there just in time.
We'll be back next year. Don't worry, we'll be back.
Wait, hold on. We're just gonna move past that they were trying to get the kids arrested? That they... What? Why even say it? You could have just said it the next scene when, like, if they get arrested. And were people crying over jelly beans? Just leave the town and move out.
He also had the candy maker make up a special design of his secret weapon, he called it.
Whoa, what's your hurry?
Easter's almost here.
Never did see so much activity.
Yeah, but I don't know.
It's a chocolate bunny, isn't it? This egotistical rabbit made a chocolate bunny, right? Also, does this homeless dude stay homeless? Like, they didn't give him a room? He just lives in a bush? Really? That's kind of messed up.
Even if we do get all this stuff into town, Old Lady Longtooth will just get some laws passed and all our work will be for nothing.
You gotta work on King Bruce. He really is the ruler. Why, if he'd just take a stand.
He seems all right when I'm with him, but the minute he's alone, he just can't stand up to his aunt.
He needs some kind of a friend to give him courage when you ain't with him.
You give him the bear. I'm telling you, give him the bear. He will have everything he ever wanted.
Get the kids! Get the rabbit! Get the rabbit! Get the kids! He's hiding in that paper bag. He's inside. I can feel Bunny through the paper. Back to the dungeon.
Of course, when they got that sack open, they found that instead of a real Easter bunny, they'd captured...
A chocolate Easter bunny! We've been tricked! Off with his head! Yes! Here, give me a foot.
That one god, he has a foot fetish, right? Like, we can all agree that God has a foot fetish. Oh my god. How did the bunny leave the bag? You know what? We're almost near the end of the movie. Let's just focus. Not point out every dumb detail. Let's just get through the movie.
When they got their new Easter outfits, they were so happy and surprised that they went right out to the main street and held...
I know! The first Easter parade.
Right. Then Sonny made his way into the palace and found King Bruce.
What is it? I can't wait to see! Stuffed Easter toys!
Holy shit, they're explaining everything. Parades, stuffed animals. Like they invented stuffed animals and fancy outfits and this has never been a thing beforehand. That's so dumb. I don't get it. I'm so sorry. I can't just not point out these stupid details. The bunny could just stay with him to give him courage. Or I don't know, use the bear.
I give you permission to come to town anytime, anyway you wish.
Don't you dare!
Stand up to her, Bruce. You can, you know. You got lots of friends behind you now.
Well?
I know I outrank you, Aunt Lily, but I find it truly difficult to do so right now.
Oh, no.
Well, yeah, no shit. The stuffed animals were not gonna walk. Oh my god, that's amazing. The stuffed animals didn't even walk. Just bring the bear. Do the thing that I said to do. Bring the bear. Fight the queen. Stage a coup. Revolution!
Planned to use gadzooks to help them carry it all. But Lily Longtooth's men had a different idea.
Well, Doc?
He's broken his big toe. Gonna be laid up for a while. He'll never make Easter.
But what'll we do? How will I get all that stuff to town?
Say, I got an idea. Better than even a giant bear.
Hey, what's that?
We build a little railroad from here to town.
Okay, I get it. I know this is about to walk and everything like that. But why didn't this guy suggest it ahead of time? How are they gonna get away with this? The bear could just, like, walk on by and get tripped. You think these guards would have, like, stopped them? It's gonna walk, I know, but, like, come on. This makes no sense. Why is this homeless man the answer for everything? Couldn't at least one other person besides him or the Easter Bunny think of one idea for this plan?
I know I can, I know I can, I know I can, I know I can, I know I can.
Quick, where the track begins to climb, spread that melted butter on the rails. That stupid little engine will start slipping its wheels and be here all day.
Wow, I was about to insult how that's the best thing she could come up with, but it works. Why do they even have butter? They only ate beans this entire movie. Does she just have cows to make butter just in case she needs to stop a train all of a sudden?
We're slipping! Need traction. These'll do. Squash the jelly bean and it's sticky as all get it.
Wow, that problem was literally solved 5 seconds. Why did they even make this an issue? Why did she even need to try to stop them? Couldn't they just have a confrontation when they get to the town? This just feels like a waste of time.
And town had just about the happiest Easter ever, with kids and old folks and Easter eggs and jelly beans and new outfits and every Eastery kind of thing you can imagine.
I cannot stop it. This looks as if you've started a tradition. I suppose you'll banish me now, Your Majesty.
No, I don't think I'll banish you. I've got something else in mind.
What? Why, it's lovely. White and fresh and new. It reminds me of a far, far away day.
Oh my god, this kid doesn't even have to confront the mother, aunt, or whatever. I don't even care at this point. She just is gonna cry, give up, say she's gonna be banished, and then they just give her a flower. Everything is nice in the end. They could even have like a little message beforehand that's just like, you know what? Maybe I didn't need to confront her this entire time. Maybe I just need to be kind. No, they just go into a whole thing about like tradition, which is the biggest problem with this movie. Like I get I insulted a lot of dumb aspects, but it's a very fun and cute movie. The main issue it has is taking the idea of Santa Claus is coming to town and all the other Christmas movies that explains how Christmas things came to be, but they did it so much worse and like so blatant. Like everything is just like bad reasons of why Easter traditions are a thing. They always just have to remind you after every scene, well, this is how a tradition starts. It's a tradition now. We are making traditions. It's a thing. But overall, this movie has been very cute. I actually really enjoyed it. I don't think it's gonna come close to Peter Cottontail, but it was a fun movie, and I hope you guys enjoyed it too. And I hope you guys have a good Easter. I hope you guys have a good night.
I'm done with hitting your wall. Short notice, I just gotta let you know. You led me straight to the fall. I'm broken, I'm still trying, skin and bones.